So, good morning. This morning, I want to share with you a vision that I had, and I think this is really relevant for all of us sitting here today, but also for a lot of our friends and family and people that maybe we haven't yet met. And within this vision, I was very close to somebody, as in very close, okay, and this person I have actually had a fallout with in this lifetime. So I was a bit surprised to see them in this vision. But I think, as we're moving beyond something, we still have a lot of like, I wish I could have done that differently, or not forgiving yourself, or feeling like I wish I could just have that conversation to heal it. And in this vision, going back to the vision I saw, it's like I was just very close to this person, and then all of a sudden there was a knock on the door, and this lady who owned the house, so we were obviously in someone else's house, came in and started cooking, which I thought that's a bit random in this dream. And the intention was to cook dinner, but she came out with this beautiful, huge, big Yorkshire pudding and this huge, big joint of beef, which was all lovely and cooked, and then all the vegetables and everything. She put them on the table, but instead of sharing with us, she took them and took them away. So obviously they're for somebody else, not for us. And I felt in this dream a bit like, oh, what about us? And I think we all have that what about us feeling, don't we? Why is someone else more important than me? Okay. And then I just felt, because I was having this thought, I started feeling like I was cut off and like I was choking on something. And I think, look at my old patterns. I don't always say what's on my mind. I'll kind of bottle it down, swallow it, and then it becomes my problem because it keeps redigesting. And it causes more and more upset. So anyway, in this dream, I started coughing. I got up and went to the other side of the room, and I felt like I got a bit of string in my mouth. So it's a bit gross, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Okay. And there's a bit of string in my mouth. Like when sometimes you get a bit of meat string, don't you? And I started pulling this string, and poor Katie's going to tell me she doesn't want to hear this. Okay. So I was stood in the corner, and this bit of string, I was pulling it, and there was two pieces for some reason, like dark green twine, like you get in the garden. I was pulling and pulling and pulling this string, and I'm not joking, it was absolutely loads of feet, like yards of it. In fact, when I looked down, this pool on the floor was like a huge, huge bundle of this string. And I was thinking, what the hell? And so I kept pulling and pulling this string and thinking, what's going on here? And then, I'm going to pause this for a moment, because I think someone might be at the door. Okay. So coming back to the vision, and have you noticed how life kind of gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Always set the intention to come back to where you were before the interruption in your life. Okay. So taking a deep breath in, I actually saw all this string coming, trundling out onto the floor. I looked down and there was loads of it, not just a little bit, there was like a huge heap of it. And eventually, it seemed like I was just pulling all this stuff out of my body, which was really bizarre. And eventually it did get to an end of one string, and then there was another one kind of followed shortly afterwards. And when I woke up, well, no, it wasn't quite the end of the story. I actually got rid of all this. I just smiled and went, whew, whatever. Didn't quite understand it. But anyway, when I went back to sit with this person, all the hurt and the pain and the upset that we'd been through had dissolved. It's like I'd pulled it out of me. Okay. And everything, I felt like at peace with everything that was happening. So the lack of food, being okay with this person. And when I woke up, I thought, what on earth was that? What are they trying to show me? And what they said is, at the moment, please bear with us and bear with the journey, the healing journey you're taking, because we are literally pulling stuff out of you. So your higher self, your spiritual guides, your soul family are literally bringing this stuff up to the surface for you to bring it out, and often it manifests as unwellness or pain or disagreements, because there are things coming up for you that you are not ready for. If you want to step into the new, onto the new path, basically you need to be able to release all of this first to enable you to move into the new. So it's like a period of ascension. And as you're going through this period, It will feel like a loss, so you feel like you're losing things, almost like a time of grieving, a period of death, and the end of a cycle, like, oh, I'm losing everything. But you're actually gaining yourself. And from that, you're going into a period of rebirth where everything feels a little bit uncomfortable, but you will gently transform into that person that you're meant to be. And it's just knowing that you're going through this period. If something's coming up, don't get cross, don't get agitated with yourself and go, oh, what's going on? Just, okay, that's interesting. How can I deal with this? Maybe take it out of your head, put it on paper in front of you. If you can't see the lesson behind it today, just sit with it for a few days. Keep saying the Ho'oponopono prayer. So I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Keep repeating that to yourself if you don't know what the answer is. Because we often will go back into the story, keep reliving the story, and so we're redigesting the problem.
Making a problem inside us.
Yeah, absolutely. So the message at the moment is keep repeating to yourself, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And sometimes the order might vary, whatever you need. Okay. And when you feel like you've done that enough, just keep going back into that space, just calm, breathing in and repeating deep inner peace. Deep inner peace. And just gently bring it into your breath. Deep inner peace. You might want to expand it with like, I have deep inner peace. I'm feeling deep inner peace. And as you're digesting that into your body, the vibrations in your body are calming. They're healing from whatever you've released. If we don't replace it with something, it's easy to go back into the old computer program. And the old computer program can only give you more of what's made you unhappy. And then we feel stuck. We feel as though we're trapped in a situation that we can't get out of. And I've done it myself, I know that. I want to be really nice and really kind and forgiving, but who's the person I beat up the most? Me? Yeah. Anyone else, I'm very forgiving. Well, 99% of the time. Sometimes, we creep into the other side, don't we? But I'm the one that I will get cross with.
It's funny you've had that dream, because that really resonates with me. Yeah. When adversity happens to me and what have you, I get angry and I talk out into the house to myself, letting the anger out.
Yes.
So that has spoken volumes to me.
Thank you. I'm going to stop it now, Cheryl, if that's okay with you, and keep that
sorry,
with her.
I shouldn't have said that.
No, you're okay to say that, because I think what you've just said is really priceless for other people to hear, and your voice will be a lot softer than mine.
Yeah, okay. I don't think so.
But you see, we all do it. Okay, so the fact that you can validate what we've said as a vision.
What you said is absolutely. I needed to hear that this morning.
And Spirit are very, very clever. They will get through often in that state between like 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And this was at 3:53 when I woke up. So I looked at the clock, and I always make a note of the time. And by the time I was really awake, it was 4:04. So look at both angel numbers, which we'll do in a moment. There's 2 messages there for both of us. Okay. And it's knowing that when we're in our conscious brain, often we're thinking all day long. But we don't give our deeper conscious brain, our more soul energy, time or space. So if we could actually give ourselves time within the day to do the forgiveness and the deep inner peace, we are healing ourselves.
You stop that, haven't you?